Hello and good morning, and welcome to day number 3 of the 7-day morning. I forgot ritual experience. Oh my God! I hope you had an amazing weekend. If you're watching this on Monday, and what I want to talk about today, one way that I really started doing some sort of a morning ritual is when I started getting into oracle cards, and I don't have the cover. This one is really, here's the book. This is one of them that I have. I have angel cards that are very hard to find now. Doreen Virtue took them, is not selling them anymore. I have I don't know how many decks, like about 7 or 8 decks. Angel and Oracle cards is how I began. This is by Colette Baron Reid. It's called The 7 Energies. And then I also later, in the last 2 years, started getting into tarot cards. So for people who don't like those, you don't have to do this. This is just something. There's so many cards now. There's one by Abraham Hicks. There's so many authors have written cards, and you can just pull them. So I'm just going to kind of go over what I do in the morning and show you. This is also a way that I started to work with my intuition. Sometimes when we go to sit down and write, or sit down and just wait for our intuition to talk to us, it doesn't come through. Lots of times our mind gets so busy. And that's why I love these oracle or angel cards, or any type of card decks that you can find that have cards that you can shuffle and pull and get your message for the day, because they're always positive, right? And then I love reflecting on what it says and going, how does it relate to my life? Is this what I need to hear? And now I am so good at the cards that every card I pull seems to have the exact message I need to hear that day, the exact message. And then what I do now is I also journal on it. So I do the cards and then I will journal on it. Oh, this is what it's telling me. This is what I need to do. This is what I got to think about. Or some aha moments I've gotten from the cards. So that's a really cool way to do it too. But I just find they have beautiful, positive messages, and why not start your day with a beautiful, positive message, right? So I'm just going to pull a card from this oracle deck and see what it says. So there at the beginning of the book, they have different spreads you can do. You can also go on Google and look up oracle card spreads, like oracle card reading spreads. And they will tell you, like, one card will mean this, another card will mean that, and then you can kind of apply it to your life and get meaning. So I'm just going to pull because I'm not going to take a lot of time. Don't want you to get bored. So here it says, into me I see. Into me I see. Love this card. Into me I see. And then at the top it has a number 8. So then I just go to my book and I go to number 8. All right. Key concepts: intimacy. So into me I see is intimacy, right? Trust in another, dropping shields and rigid boundaries to allow connection and willingness to be vulnerable. At certain precious moments, you're called into deep and meaningful connection with the world or another person. A magical affinity arises with the kind of intimacy that in return encourages a greater understanding of yourself. The relationship acts as a mirror, helping you see your own patterns. That is why relationships are so important to us. We don't just look at them and blame them and think, oh, what's wrong with them? We look, how are they reflecting me, right? Now is the time to take a risk by connecting with another. Can you see how far you've come? Can you see what it is still active within you that needs to change or heal? You will discover more about who you are and discover more about another. Even if you cannot possibly know what it's truly like to be someone else's shoes, you can listen and learn. This is how a magical gift being offered to you right now. And it says it applies beyond romantic things too. I'm not going to read the whole thing because I don't want to take up all your time. But look at, and so then you can read kind of the message and go, oh, how does this apply in my life right now? What is this card wanting to tell me today? Oh, okay, I get to look at some of the relationships, maybe some of the challenging ones I have, right? This relationship is challenging to me. Why is it? So either it is a relationship that it is time for us to let go of, right? It doesn't feel right in my life anymore. I feel so disconnected. I've tried talking to this person. I'm not going to take up a lot of time. You know, like see how it reflects to you. And if it's someone really close in your life and like a family member or spouse, they are there for a reason. You are meant to interact with them and go through this. And so this is when it's really about what I see in them that triggers me is something that's within me. It's something I'm meant to overcome, or something that I myself have to deal with, or I myself also am that way, but I'm just refusing to see it. So it's really interesting. And this card can also have to do with like intimacy about, am I keeping myself too distant from certain people or someone, or do I need to increase the intimacy with me too, spend more time with myself, get to know myself better, start to do more things for me, right? There's could be many messages. Just open your heart, open your thoughts, be open-minded, and see how can this apply to me. And you can also ask the cards when you're shuffling, if you have something you want them to answer, right? Like, oh, I'm really wondering about this issue or thing in my life right now. What is the best action for me to take now? And then a card will pop out or stick out of the deck, and then you choose that one, and that's the message you need to hear. And sometimes it takes a little while for you to get the hang of it, or to really see how it affects you, or for the cards to get to know you. But I tell you, it's just such a positive way to start the day. And tarot cards, here's my little deck of tarot cards. You guys might see me post these little ones. It's a little pocket size one, so it's great. Tarot cards are a little different, and so if you haven't done any kind of cards before, I suggest sticking with just some really more general cards, the oracle cards that you can just read the full message. You don't have to try to translate or interpret it, right? You can just read the full message and get something for you that day or this day. So use them as a guidepost. Ask a question. Look at the various spreads you can use. Like you can use, sometimes I use, what is the challenge that I'm meant to overcome right now? What is the best action for me to take would be another question. So, you know, it could be like, you could decide 5 kind of questions or things you want to know. That would be 5 cards you would pull. And if 2 cards come out at the same time, 2 cards can be used as one. And where you can get, so then you would read like 2 cards in that message. Tarot cards are totally different. I forgot about that. But if you are just starting to do tarot cards, then have fun with it. I started it and they didn't seem to speak to me at first, but like I said, it took a little while. Now they're really the only ones I use, and I don't use my oracle decks as much. But do this, and then, like I said, journal it and go, what's this trying to say to me? What do I need to hear right now? How can this apply to me? How does it apply to me? So if you have anything like this around your home right now, go find those cards and do it. Another thing you can do is if you have a book that's just let's say it's a Bible verse book, or I have like any book like The Secret or The Power by Rhonda Byrne, any self-development, self-help book, what you can do is randomly open, or just say, first of all, God, Source, Universe, I'm dealing with this right now. What's the best message for me to hear today? And then randomly open a book and read read the passage that's on that page. And often it has what you need to hear. So these are things that we can begin to work, kind of get the guidance from our intuition, our higher selves, as well as God's Source Universe, because we are always surrounded by so much love and so much guidance. So tapping into that and building that faith, trust, and belief in yourself and a higher power. All right, so much love to you. See you tomorrow. Bye.